3 by request from the young and beautiful Queen of Snow. Yes. She wanted banana bread. I did the French bread because it was all the bread I really had the stuff on hand for, but I got some bananas. But they're not really banana anymore. It's banana paste, which is why there's a little bit of remnants in my mixing bowl I'll be using. Right? Got a spatula for stirring, and if it falls apart, I will get out the metal spoon. Don't want to have to resort to this. All the ingredients are on the side, like always, to save time. I have things pre-measured. Here we go. You'll start out with an egg. You would usually crack that into another bowl when I'm in a hurry. And I'll waste a minute on my intro like I always do. You're going to beat that around there. So, the yolk has been thoroughly obliterated. It's all kind of one mess. It's kind of light and fluffy. Like when you scramble eggs, you're basically just getting air in it right now. You then move on to adding in some yogurt. Vanilla yogurt, sweetened. This is sweetened with fruit sugars or fructose. Doesn't really matter what you use, but some people don't like corn syrup. I personally am using fructose. Then you want anywhere from 1/3 of a cup to 2/3 of a cup of honey to sweeten it. I'm cutting the middle of it and going with 1/2 a cup. Depends on how sweet or not sweet you want your bread. Some people like banana bread atrociously sweet. They might even put like a whole cup of this stuff. Right? Okay. Probably enough. So, at this point, you'd mix this so it's an incorporated paste. Since that's true, you need, and I've pre-mashed them, 1.5 cups of bananas go in. Then you incorporate that into the mix. And at this point, don't be too worried that it looks more like baby vomit than it does banana bread batter. That's okay. It's a great visual, isn't it? Well, then we'll stir in the flour. I believe it's 2 1/4 cups of white flour, unbleached, preferable. At least I find a better product when it's unbleached, so I'm using my natural white full brand flour that I mentioned for my French bread. You mix that till the liquid comes together with the dry ingredients, so it's incorporated. Then you have 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, teaspoon baking soda, yes, use both in this, and then 1/2 teaspoon salt, and 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon of cinnamon. I really love cinnamon, so I'm putting a whole teaspoon in. You put a little bit of nutmeg or a little bit of cardamom, mace, allspice, whatever you like. Basically with apple pie you can pretty much put in here. I wouldn't put too much nutmeg or mace, they're pretty strong. The others you can put about the same amount as cinnamon, but overall I wouldn't go over 1.5 teaspoons spice entirely, and I would count the stronger ones as twice as much as what you put in. You would stir this up till it's all incorporated. When I come back, we will grease up a loaf pan, place it in there, have the oven preheated to 350, and we will bake it. See you when I get back. Alright, I'm back. It's well stirred. See? Well, the best way to stir it is to bring it under and along the sides and pull the side stuff off, which is hard to show with it tilted, and then just fold it over. So under and over. Around the side, under, over, pull off the side, under the mesh, fold it over. So now we're ready to grease the loaf pan, which I like to use a spring. If you want to use some butter, do it. It's not my place to judge. So, yeah, and like I said, the oven is preheated to open for approximately an hour to an hour and a quarter. You want to check it. I toothpick check it, but some people say not to do that. Whatever. The toothpick comes out, nothing's sticking to it, it's done in my books. I go in the middle because it tends to be the thickest part here. And then I pull it out after an hour. I check it. And then I'll check it every 5 minutes up to an hour and a quarter. Sometimes I'll let the first 10 minutes go by now, whatever. Sometimes I'm just lazy. And then it cooks for an hour and 15 minutes before I notice that, hey, I should have checked it 15 minutes ago. That happens too. So, I'm going to finish doing this. I'm going to pop it in that oven, wait that time, pull it out, show you the finished product, and then tell you about cooling and cutting a little. See you then. Okay, what you're going to want to do, turn this out of the pan, looks like so. You want to put this on a wire rack. Yes, it's really hot, but I don't want to angle my camera down. For about 10 minutes until it cools. Then you can slice it up however you really wish to eat it, however thick or thin. And there you go.
You can continue to shame me for growing up to be just who I was, always meant to be. At least when I die, I know who I am. Instead of being like you, still wondering, why can't we all just chill and strive to be real? The only one that needs to be you is you, and that is what is real and true.
Real and true to myself. I am the one else. Real and true, just be me. I am
Decisions are yours in the end. Good soldiers make the poorest of friends. And in meditation and contemplation, time the wise spent to comprehend the madness of everyday life. Mortal coil bouncing on the edge of a knife. So often actions must be made quick, or consequences will beat you down like a cop's nightstick. So why upon these things do I dwell? Because indecision makes a personal hell. The prison of not in which souls ever rot. The jail without a wall, nor barbed wire standing tall. The fate of many but far from all. That of the cockatrice hearing the rooster call. Or the night trying to stare into the basilisk's eye. Frozen in torment but never allowed to die. Such is your fate when you are not trill. When your life you no longer